Hi, Stitchy friends. Welcome to Cross My Stitches. My name is Jackie, and today is March 16th, 2026. It is a Monday, and it certainly feels like a Monday. Uh, Boy, we had some heavy storms last night. I don't know about anybody else. I'm sure you guys had them too, but it was wicked. It wasn't last night, it was early this morning, actually. But I swore we were going to get a tornado because it was so wicked strong and beating against our windows. And I'm like, oh, my poor little, I have a cherry blossom tree out front that's just a baby still. It stands about 6 feet, about size, about my height. And I was worried to death about the branches were going to snap off of it. And all the blossoms, it's got beautiful pink blossoms. And I didn't want those to get ruined. Um, if I have a picture, I'll post it here. I think I have a picture of my little tree. And I looked out this morning and it was doing great. It didn't hardly lose any blossoms. I was shocked. But on the other side of that, my neighbors all have these flowers that bloom these white poofy things at this time of year. I want to say it's called a Bradford pear, and the one neighbor has it. It's a big round one, and then my neighbor on the other side has tall trees, so it's a different variety. But my husband and I were just sitting commenting yesterday when we were sitting out back trying to enjoy the beautiful weather and the huge breeze that was blowing. It was pretty windy yesterday, but we sat out in we have a covered porch, and sorry about that. I try to shut down the volume on all of it, but you have to do each individual thing. It's a pain in the butt, my phone. Anyway, um, we were sitting out there and we were looking across at my neighbor's Bradford pear tree, which is the big round one, and we were commenting about the fact that it hasn't fallen yet. They're very weak trees. They don't do well when they get mature. They snap and stuff. So we were commenting, and he has one big branch that goes to the left, and he's got three others going to the right. So it's a pretty balanced tree. And so, we made that comment about it. And then this morning I look out the window and the big branch on the left snapped and is on the ground. So the whole weight of the tree now is head in one direction, which means that's a catastrophe waiting to happen because that tree will eventually, if we get another heavy storm, will probably come down because they don't root solid enough in the ground. That's their problem. They don't root well, and their trunk is kind of weak, and um, they have a tendency of breaking off. There were two on this property before we bought the property, and the owner at that time had already cut them down because they had broken. And the neighbor next door has already lost one before the new neighbors moved in, and that was chopped down. So I don't know what he's going to do with the tree. We'll see. He'll probably leave it alone because he's that kind of person that even when it falls like it did, it'll sit there for weeks before he picks it up. So strong storm. We have snow this afternoon. It is windy right now outside. There is no sun whatsoever. And the little tink 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 on the floor is my little dog walking across the floor. Do you want to say hello? Oscar, come here, honey. Do you want to say hello? Come here. Come here. Let me pick you up. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's put your little face up there. There's little. Oh, don't kiss. No. I'm going to put you on the table here. Stand up. Put your little face up. There you are. This is my little Oscar. He is now going on 2, and he wants to put his tongue in my mouth, which is not cool. But this is my little dachshund, and he is stubborn as all get out, like all dachshunds are. He is mischievous. He is a little devil. So I'm going to put him down. And you look, you just stop licking me. He's like, oh. Go. No, you're not coming back up, you silly dog. All you want to do is put your tongue in my mouth. I don't want it. Get down. Down. Oscar, down. Down. Okay. Sorry. I just wanted you to see him. He doesn't come on here very much. But you're gonna hear his little feet in and out, but he will eventually, there he goes. He'll eventually leave and want to go back on his bed. So we were talking about the weather. So we're expecting snow this afternoon, and of course, if I had a brain in my head, I would have checked that before I did my Kroger pickup order because I happened to schedule the pickup right when the heavy snow's hitting according to the radar. Right? I should have looked at that before I'm going to pick it up because I'm picking it up at between 1 and 2, and that's when that band is coming through. So hopefully I don't have an issue with getting to the grocery store and picking up my groceries. Okay, so as everyone has watches my channel know, I went to Needlework Market last weekend? And I will talk about that after I show everything that I have, and I'll talk about my experience at Needlework Market and what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, and all in all, and you'll see what I bought when we get to that point. But let's talk about what I've been working on first. He's out there running around like crazy playing with his toy, so I can hear him. So I had monthly goals this month. I know I'm going to be looking down because I have to look at my notes here. So my monthly goals for March, and this is the mid-month update, was to work on Let's Freedom Ring, work on my whip goes, which was Christmas Village and the 2019 Santa, FFO the St. Patty's Day pillow, finish Dreaming Girl, and restart Harvest Moon. Those were my plans for the month. And I can tell you right now that I totally gave up on WhipGo, on Christmas WhipGo. I can't do Christmas throughout the whole year. I want to stitch the spring things. I want to stitch the summer things. And I don't want this interfering with it. So that goes out the window. Where's my trash can? And I will continue making plans for the month. I just won't be following the WhipGo plan. Although I did work on Christmas Village, I crossed my WhipGo 2019 Santa off the list because I just don't want to work on it. Like I've said before, it is over one. It is I can't remember. I think it's 25 count over one. And I just don't want to work on it. So I'm just going to work on what I want to, because isn't that what cross stitch is all about? It's working on what you want to work on. And I added a few things on there. So we'll see how I do. I did replace the WhipCo 2019 Santa with Brenda Gervais Spring Trio. So I worked on that, and I think I forgot to bring that over here. So I will take a break at some point and I'll go and get that one. So I'll show that one last. But I have been busy. I've been busy working on what I'm working on. And let's go through my finishes first. I got 2 finishes. So, and of course, there are 2 things you knew I was going to finish. One of them was my Monarch Butterfly Mill Hill kit. I finally got that finished. So here it is here, and I love it. I've got to find a frame for it. I'm sure I have 6x6 frames somewhere. I'm going to have to go in the garage and try to hunt for them, but I love it, and I want to get it in a frame and have it out for spring and summer. So if I don't have a 6x6 frame, I will go and pick one up at Walmart or at Hobby Lobby or something. I'll find something. So that was my first finish, and I'm glad that it's done. It only took me, I don't know, 4 years to get it done. I don't know. It's probably longer than that because I know that Jen Upton is the one that gifted it to me, and it might have been in 2018 that she gifted it to me. And I really didn't start it until probably 2019. So that's like 6 or 7 years. That's pretty sad. I lost the pattern for the longest time, and then somebody sent me theirs, and so that took care of that. The other one that I finished, and of course I just said I was going to have a finish on this in my plans, was Dreaming Girl. So she is on a piece of 32 count Whimsical by Bestitch Me. And she looks like, let me use a piece of cardboard here. Whoops, wrong side. You don't want to see the back of it. Get this on here. And there she is. Isn't she beautiful? I love her. Whoops, I lost her. Hold on, let me hold it over here so I can keep hold of her. There she is. So just beautiful. Loved her, enjoyed stitching on her every moment that I worked on her. Just lots of fun. It was my birthday, Sal. So I did have my friend Denise who did the deer one. She finished way before me. And I do have a viewer that's doing the Sal as well. And I'm not sure if you're going to check in with me. Let me know how you're doing on your Sal. So that was lots of fun. So I enjoyed that. The whips that I'm working on, and I think I'm going to pause for just a minute here and go get the spring trio so I can share that with you. So hold on just a minute. Okay, I'm back. It just took me a minute, a lot longer than I thought it would. I know it's only a second for you guys, but I had to find the pattern, and then Oscar needed to be here. He wanted to be in the room with me. So he is now in his bed. I brought his bed in, his toy and his blanket, and he is under his blanket, and he is a happy camper because he's here with me. Okay, so I want to show this, and I can't remember if I've shown this before or not as far as updates, or I haven't updated. I don't know. So I wanted to share it anyway because this was my replacement for 2019 Santa, and it is Spring Trio with by Needle and Thread. I'm doing the one on the end over here, and I love this set. In fact, I have 3 of the sets. I need to get 1 more of them, and I'll have all 4 sets. I think the pillows are adorable, and this is where I am with it right now. It is on a, it's got a wrinkle, sorry. It is on a 36 count winter brew by R&R. Oh, and that's where I'm at with it. So next time I show it, if I've already showed it, then you'll know where I'm at when I start it. But I did run into another pattern that I wanted to share. And it's something I would like to start soon, although I don't know if I can get it done before Easter or not, but it's Mrs. Bun E Tail. It is with by Needle and Thread. It is so, let me see, right there. So adorable and easy stitch. It's just this stitching in the front here, and it might have some stitching up at the ear there. Yep, right at the top of the ear, but not a lot of stitching. I'm also going to do that on the same fabric, which is the 36 count winter brew. So I'm looking forward to starting that one as well. And because I've got this itch for spring, I want to stitch all the spring things, even though some of my things are not all spring. Before I go any further, I meant to show you something that's sitting here. I'm going to knock over if I don't. This is my orchid. I have had this orchid for at least the last 3 years. I don't take care of it at all. I really don't. It has not been repotted in all that time. And these are the blooms. Let me see if I can turn her around so you can see her. And she just keeps blooming all the time. All she needs is a little water and she blooms. I got this at Kroger. This is the only one I've ever had that's lasted like this one has. So if you love orchids, they come in these pots, and inside, if you lift up, is a plastic pot. So it feeds from the bottom. You put water in the bottom of it, not a lot, and then I'm trying not to pinch the thing going back down, but it looks like I'm going to do it anyway. Hold on, let me get it out of the way. Get out of the way. And then you just drop it back down in the water, and it waters itself. And I check it maybe once a week, if once every 2 weeks, because it likes to dry out a little before you do it again. And she just keeps going and going and going. Now you can see she's got all her little roots, if you want to call them that, hanging out all over because I haven't repotted her. You can see where she's grown up here. And I need to repot her. I need to wait until she stops flowering before I can repot her. I've had the repotting mix for 2 years. And hopefully this year, when she's done with her blooms, she will let me repot her, and it won't hurt her any. I'm going to cut back on some of these roots, and we'll see how she does. But yeah, if you love orchids and you have a hard time, and the other thing is you have to have them in a window that is north facing. That's where she lives. She lives in this room. This window faces to the north. And let's see, is it north? Yes, it's north. No, it's south. I'm sorry, south facing window. She lives in this south facing window. And when it's the sun is hitting the window, I have a shade. I pull the shade down. It's something that brings the light through, so it still gets light. But she lives there and she keeps blooming. And I love her. I'm going to put her over here so I don't knock her down. There you go, sweetie. Okay, back to what we were talking about. So that was what I changed out for the 2019 Santa in my list. Okay, so let's go over what I have been working on. So the first thing is I worked on Let Freedom Ring. That is Leela's Studio. It is on a 36 count scroll by Bestitch Me, and I've got quite a bit work done. In fact, I was thrilled to pieces that the building connected correctly to the middle of it, because I was worried about it. I'm like, watch it be off one stitch and I'll scream. But it wasn't. It matched up beautifully. And this is what it looks like right now. And as you can see, I've worked, so the parts that I've worked on, hold on, let me get my pointer. It'll make it a lot easier. Right, I'm going to use my magnet as a pointer. Come on, baby. Pull out. Ah, never works the way you want it to. There we go. Okay. So what I worked on, I'm going to do it from this side because this is the side that I worked on. I'm going to move it up. I completed the rest of the trees here. I completed this, and then I put the railing and some of the windows on the top. That's where I'm at with it. You can't see those windows or anything, but they are visible there. I'm trying to see if I turn it in a certain direction, if you can see it. Probably not. But that's what I was working on. So I've completed, let's see, where is it? Oh, I don't have it on here. I have no idea. I know it's well over 1,000 stitches. So I'm really happy with that. It's looking great. I've still got to pull out this here because I'm planning on putting in there God Bless America, or In God We Trust. I think that was what I said I was going to put in there. In God We Trust. So I want to pull that out and change that so I can write the words the same size as these over here. Apparently I don't like the pointer. I don't know. But just beautiful. Just coming along beautifully. I still have a few things during the top that I need to finish, but I'll get to them. Absolutely love working on this. I really, really would like to have it done before July 4th. I don't see that happening, but I would like to get it done nonetheless. So that's my first one. And then I worked on Christmas Village. And on Christmas Village, I did 1,380 stitches. And here she is. And I completed this house. It didn't have any of the red in it, so I put the red in it. And that's my own conversion. And then I was working over here on the other one. So that's where I'm at right now. And though I love working on this, I don't know if I'm going to work on it anymore until probably July, when we do Christmas in July. So you may not see it. I'm not sure. This is a 20 count. Oh, I can't remember. 20 count. If you want to know, I will tell you. It's a Bestitch Me 20 count. I can't remember off the top of my head what it is. So, and on that one, I did I say 1,380? Yes, I did. Okay, so that's Christmas Village. The next one is a favorite of mine, and it is Nature's Journey. It is done on a 32 count Stitch Me Bedrock that I over dyed to make it dark. So if you have fabric you don't like, you don't know what you're going to do with it, get some Rit dye and dye it. Dye it. Make it darker, make it a different color. Just do it. And I have a video. I have lots of videos that are how-to videos on my channel. If you'll go to my, and I think it's instructional videos. I'll have to look. But I have a set of videos that I have that are just instructional videos. They're all in the same, words don't come to me right now, but anyway, that's one of them. How to dye your fabric. And the best tip I can give you when dyeing fabric is less is better. You can always add more to make it darker. You can't take it away. It doesn't work that well. So go light on it, and then if it's not what you want, go a little darker. Go a little darker. And the great thing about that is we'll give you that mottled look as well, because not all of the fabric will be soaked because you're not drowning it in water. You're just pouring it on. So keep that in mind. Lighter is better, and then go darker if you don't get the results you want. This one, it was Bedrock, which was a tan and brownish color, and I used black and a dark green, I think. And I just did a little at a time until I came to the what I wanted. And I love the fabric. It looks fabulous. The only thing I wish I had done was stitch on the other side of this fabric, because there was a little more modeling than on this side. And I was a little nervous about the modeling, but I shouldn't have been. I should have just went with it. So, Nature's Journey, I completed 1,333 stitches. I finished the winter section, and it looks like this. So there's the spring, and this is the winter. And what I worked on is I finished all of this down here, all of this, and then this flower here. That's what I worked on. So very happy about it. It looks beautiful on this fabric, and I'm so pleased because I'm so color challenged when it comes to fabrics or matching colors or anything like that. I really do not have the eye for color. So I was really nervous about dyeing this and hoping it would work, but it actually looks absolutely fabulous. And it was Laura at Lala D that kind of pushed me to do this, because her fabric is lighter than mine, but the one time that I saw it, she showed it and it was shadowed a little and it was darker, and I'm like, that's it. That's the color I want to do. So there it is. It's looking great. I'm going to move on to summer. I don't know if I'm going to do that before summer or not, because I have so many different spring things that I want to work on, and I don't want to neglect all the seasons by working on that. I might wait just till summer. The next one is Flower Day. It's by Carolyn Manning. Of course, I said I wanted to work on spring things. Spring's heat coming. It's here, except for it's snowing now. Not now, you know what I mean. It's going to snow. It's raining right now. And I wanted to work with something bright and cheery with flowers. So I picked up Flower Day. I started this in 2024, and I have completed 445 stitches, and I plan to continue working on this for the rest of the month. So this is what it looks like. It is on a 36 count avocado by Bestitch Me. And this one I got smart because I wrote on the selvage what it is. But this this other one I didn't. I need to do that. I need to take a Sharpie and just write on the selvage, which is a great way if you want to keep track of what your fabrics are. Another tip, write it on the selvage in Sharpie. It will not bleed. So here we go. And there it is. So that's where I'm at with it. And I completed all this, not this big flower, but everything else over here I've completed. And it's beautiful. I love it on this fabric. It makes it look like it's in a green field. And I love it on this fabric. It's not showing correctly. The fabric is brighter than that. But if I pull back, it might show. Yeah, that's sort of like it, but it's still a little lighter than that. So absolutely love this one. It is a little tedious, a lot of color changing in it, but it is definitely fun to work on and see the flowers all come to life. And the reason it was called Flower a Day, I believe, is because there's 324 flowers on it. And if you did one a day, you would finish it in a year. And it was a sal at one point. So I completed the 445 stitches on that. And then the last thing that was a goal of mine was to restart my winter moon. Now I started winter moon when I got it. Where is the thing here? I forgot to show my pattern things. Okay, I'll post pictures of anything I'm showing. I'll show the cover up here. I forgot all about it. So this is Winter Moon. It's by Annie B's Folk Art. And I love this. And I had this fabric that looks like this, and I started it on it, right? It was the perfect colored fabric for this because it looked very much like the thing. And this is 40 count. It's a Be Stitch Me. And it was called, believe it or not, this one was called Not Another Sampler. But it had such orange tones in it that I didn't know what I was going to do with it because I was quite surprised because when I look at her Not Another Sampler and what other people have stitched on, they didn't have an orange tone. But this one did. So I didn't know what I was going to do with it. I was thinking about giving it away, and then this pattern came along, and that's what I wanted to stitch it on. What I don't like about it is for some reason, a lot of the 40 count fabrics feel stiff. They just have an unnatural feel to me. I like the soft fabrics. When I'm stitching on it, I wasn't enjoying it. So my goal for this month was to restart Harvest Moon on another fabric. So I have a 36 count honey that I'm stitching it on. I'm loving this a whole lot more. And I have completed, did I write that down? 339 stitches on my restart. And this is what it looks like. So I'm running the flowers down the side. So I'm loving this a lot more. I'm enjoying stitching on it. I am doing it still 1/2. And I think it's going to work out great. So that's going to be a plus for me. Okay, so I'm going to flip all these back so I can lay this down. There we go. And so that's what I worked on in the last 2 weeks since the last time I saw you. That's what I worked on. Those were my goals. So the only thing that I haven't worked on, let's see, did I work on everything? Okay, so I didn't FFO my St. Patrick's Day pillow, unfortunately. So maybe I'll get it done tomorrow for St. Patrick's Day, but I have not done that as of yet. And then I think everything else, I worked on Let Freedom Ring. I worked on Christmas Village. I finished the Dreaming Girl. I did the restart on Harvest Moon and then Spring Trio. If I have not worked on it, I will before the end of the month. So those are my plans, and I'm pretty much on track for my plans, which is great. So that was all of my stitching. Next, we will do purchases. So let's show you what I have that I have purchased. And let's start with everything I think I have here came from Market. So what I ended up buying was an 8x8 Q-snap over at Yarn Tree. And everybody knows what a Q-snap looks like. So, and then I bought a piece of 36 count Edinburgh white linen, and it is a half yard. And I got it for the price that was just exceptional. So that's why I got that. So now I have some fabric. I can dye my whatever I want to dye on it. I did pick up what everybody else was picking up, and that is Plum Street's A Worthy Patriot. I absolutely love this design. And whether I'll do it or not, I don't know. I have so much patriotic going right now, but I love this. And I love the fact that it's almost like in stripes across. So if you wanted, you could do this one here and do it as a drum. I mean, there's so many options here. Each section has a beautiful scene, and you could absolutely do that. Do part of the design, do half the design, or do the full design. But I absolutely loved it, and I wanted it. And it's another huge one. Let's see if she says what size it is. It is 191 by 280. They stitched it on a Cedar River linen 36 count coffee stain using one strand of floss over 2 linen threads, except where noted. I believe there's some 1/1 in this. So I haven't looked fully through the pattern yet to check it, but it gives you special instructions here. And there's 2 pages of special instructions. So don't know where that's going, haven't read it. And each page is printed really well. So if you wanted to put it into Markup RXP, you certainly could. It looks like it is, and it has an overlap on each page, so it won't be an issue. So I picked that up. I was happy to get that. And then I found when I was in Teresa Kogut's shop there, she started selling wool applique. And she has wool applique kits, and they were all of Santa's. And I was like, I have to have one of those. So I got the Jolly Round Santa in wool applique. So he's right there. I flip him this way. And oh, he's such a jolly soul. And I ended up getting the whole kit. So the kit came, sorry about the crinkles. So the entire kit came with everything you need, including the fusible web that you need to attach it. I was kind of wondering why she did both. She's got the Wonder Under Ultra Hold, and then she's got the Wonder Under, say that 3 times, light. Now, I always use the light when I do wool applique, so I probably will switch out the Ultra Hold to the light, because what you're wanting to do in wool applique is just secure it so that you can stitch all the way around it. So you don't really need the Ultra Hold. You just want it to hold there so you can do your stitching. So absolutely love him. My friend Melissa, she was with me, and she got this one too. So hopefully we'll work on that together. Then let's see, the rest of it here is, and you can see I didn't buy that much, is there's a bunch of freebie patterns, but it doesn't say on any of them that you can share them. So I don't want to free pattern, not for resale, but it doesn't say they're shareable. Sometimes it says share them with your friends and so, but I got 4 different ones. One from Silver Creek Samplers that is precious in his sight, and it is Jesus with a child and a saying that says, anyone who welcomes a small child such as this in my home, no, my, oh, what is that word? In my name. Okay, so anyone who welcomes a small child such as this in my name also does the same to me, which is a beautiful thing. I definitely want to do that one. And that was by Silver Creek. This one is the blue flower, and it's a blue ringed octopus. And I know you're saying an octopus, but she used some cool threads that made it just pop off. And these are cottage garden threads. I'm going to have to I took a picture of it so I could try to match the colors because I just want to do it. But it was really orange and then these blue circles that are all around it. It's really adorable. So I got that one. Violets and Sunshine did a patriotic flag, and it says 1776 to 2026 for you and me. And then, who is this one? Jeanette Douglas Designs did a patriotic with the eagle and some flowers and stuff, and it says 1776 USA to 2026. So really cute. This one I can probably show because I could just block, but it looks like that. The rest of them don't have a colored picture or a picture of them with them, so I can't share those. But just cute patterns. I know I didn't get them all. Here's another one with a card. And this is from Cherry Blossoms. And this one says Happy Easter and the pattern's on the back. And then, of course, everybody picks up the Needlework Retailer with that is Boomerang Stitches on the front. And it shows all the new spring Mill Hills on the back. Absolutely adorable. So we got that. And then the last thing that I purchased was a new stand. And I got this stand because one of the girls in my stitching group had it, and I was intrigued by it. It is a nerd stand. I'm going to lift it a little here. And it looks like this. It's got a platform where you can put this platform under your legs and put this between your legs to stitch on a sofa or whatever, and that's what I've been doing. And then it has a clamp. And the clamp definitely, and it, what I love about it is this one, these all rotate. Look at that. So you have a knob up here to control rotation. And then you have all these different knobs here where you can adjust all the way down. I got this on Amazon. At the time of my purchase, it was $61. I don't know what it is right now, but I really like it. I really like it. I haven't tried stitching on a table yet, but when I go to my stitching group, I'm sure it's going to be great. One of the things that I found out, if you do Q-snaps, sorry, went right out of my head, the screws won't unscrew enough to fit the Q-snap in. What I found out was if you take the screws off and you go to your hardware store and you ask them for the same diameter, sorry, words are really tough for me today. My fibromyalgia is just out of control here, and it just, anyway. If you take the screw out and tell them you want the same diameter screw, but in an 80 millimeter, it'll fit right up in there. It'll fit the nut here, and it'll open enough for you to put a Q-snap in it. So, and normally when I put these in, what I do, and I have a Nurge one. I mean, I could show with the Q-snap, but I don't have these screws. I'm going to have to get them. Is you put it in at an angle, it holds a lot better. And this whole top here, screw this whole top here, oh, there it goes, rotates too. So you can certainly aim it in the direction you want to make your hoop stand straight. So it's the way you want when you stitch. It's got these little springs in it. You don't want to lose those. So if you change out the screws, be careful not to lose your springs. I don't know why that one's so crooked. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure why that's screwed. There it goes. I got it. Okay, so anyway, it's a Nurge lap stand, and you certainly can use it on your under your legs or on a table. And so I'm loving that. Great purchase. The next thing I want to show you is a gift my girlfriend Melissa gave me while I was on the trip. I was so surprised that she brought me this bag of goodies, this awesome bag of goodies that she's just the sweetest thing. And she told me, she said as she was doing this, that anytime she bought something for herself, she bought one for me. And so I want to share with you what she's given me. So the first thing is a book called Standing on Promises. So it is a religious book, and it gives you different dates, and you read one every day of different things that you should be doing or you should be contemplating, and just a fabulous book. I'm going to have to catch up because I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to have to catch up and get up to date on this. So I'm reading it every day. And then along with it, she gave me a Journaling with Jesus, which is adorable. Again, I can journal different things, and it asks you write a prayer for a friend who is going through a tough time. What aspect of Jesus' character do you admire the most and why? Write a prayer expressing your gratitude for the past week. Just a beautiful book. So really love those. She got me a neck ring light because she got herself one of these, and they're used a lot of times in um, working on automotives and trucks and stuff, but it's a nice light and it rotates. It's got a charging port, so it's rechargeable. So I haven't taken it out of the box yet. I'll do that when I'm done here. She gave me Tap to Pray bracelet. So if you download the app on your phone and you tap your bracelet to your phone, it will give you a Bible verse and prayer every day. She gave me a little crocheted cross. She's just wonderful to me. Just wonderful. Some Saju. They are thread drops per se, but you wind them around it. So they look like this, and they're all different things. Just a great, great gift. They are adorable. They have ladies' faces on them. So each one has a different face. And then she gave me a mini pair of scissors, little dinky ones with a little cover, and they're pink. And they have a little, whoops, lost my sticker there. And they have the cutest little tassel on them. Look at that tassel. And they're just little dinky scissors you can put in your bag. I got a stylus. This one's a purple because she knows I love purple. And it's just a little stylus on the bottom. So absolutely adorable. And then it came with extra little bottom, this little stylus bottoms. And then she gave me little plugs, and these little plugs go in the bottom of your phone to protect your outlet here on your charging outlet on the bottom of your phone. So they slide in there to protect your outlet, which is pretty cool. And one of I think two of them have a little tab, so when you take it out, let me show you. Come here. Let's grab the clear one. It's going to be easier to see. So it's got this little tab on it, it's a little Apple tab, and you stick it to the back of your phone so you don't lose your little thing when you pull it out to charge. But I guess she had an incident where water might have gotten into her charging port, so she found these, and so she shared her little find with me, which is adorable. And that is it. I think that's everything in the bag. So thank you so much, Melissa. I loved everything you gave me. I need to get on the ball with my Bible and start reading. I did order another Bible that was called, oh, now I'm trying to remember what it was called. Hold on, I'm going to look. Let's see if I can find it quickly. It was at a Christian bookstore. Let's see. Let's go into here. It was from, let's see, christianbook.com. And this is it here. It is called Life Principles Daily Bible. Oh, don't do that. Don't you hate it when things pop up in the middle of you doing things? And it looks like this. And it's more of a a Bible. It's a day. You have a passage each day, but it's more not as confusing as a regular Bible is. It's more explanatory, or it's more simple, so that if you have a hard time reading a Bible and the different thous and these and all those other things, that this is a great Bible. It is it's a page a day or 2 page a day, and you certainly can do that. I got a great deal. It was half off on christianbook.com, and it's regularly $29.99. I got it for $14.99 plus shipping. It is on back order, but they expect another shipment the middle of April, so I'll wait for that. So I got that, and I was glad to get that. So, because I have a regular Bible, and then I have these that she gave me. I've got plenty of reading to do. And then and she made me this. Oh, I almost forgot. It's sitting on the table here. She made me a scarf. Look at that beautiful tealy blue scarf. I love it. I love it. There it is right there. Just something you could wear around your neck. It is beautiful. I love it. And she is just so special to me. She is a special, special friend, and she's so sweet. I am very blessed to have her in my life. And now I'm going to get teary-eyed. So, okay. So I got that as a gift, and sorry. Let's see. I want to make sure I didn't miss any purchases. Okay, I have some fabric to show, but I'll show that in a minute. And I got Miss Melissa's gift. And I also wanted to mention, I know this is just like throwing things out all over the place here. If you have an Instapot and you have not cooked eggs in it, boiled eggs, you are going to be so surprised at how wonderful they turn out if you have not tried it. Give it a try. It is a simple, simple recipe. 1 cup of water. I usually do 8 or 9 eggs, and I have this little stand that sits above the pot, and I can put my eggs around it. You just need to get them off the bottom, and it's just I think it's meant for letting pies to cool. It's just a metal thing with the little legs on it, and I use that to. Anyway, this is the formula. Manual, high 5, slow release 5, ice bath 5. So you put them in, you do manual 5, you let them go through the cycle, you leave it alone for 5 more minutes. After it beeps, it's done. Let it sit for 5 more minutes. I usually set my oven timer so I'll know when it's done. And then you put them in an ice bath, ice and water, cold water, put the eggs in there another 5 minutes, and then take them out and put them in a bowl, put them in your refrigerator. They are fabulous as far as the eggshell coming off. So easy. They just slide off. And so what I do is I crack them on their side and I roll them on my counter for a minute just to get them cracked around the edge, and then they just peel off. It is absolutely fabulous. So I wanted to share that because I've been meaning to do that for a long time and I have forgotten. And then I wanted to talk about hair dryers because I have the worst time with hair dryer. I've gone through 3 hair dryers at this point. My hair dryer I had for 6 or 7 years finally kaput. It was just a little dinky thing, a red one, and I decided I really needed to just get the same one. And it gets hot. So the ones I've been buying, they have the long nose, they're heavy. I'm an old lady now. I can't be holding this thing up like this and it's heavy and trying to get my hair dry. It doesn't work. My hair looks like hell. I used the one the third one now that I've had. And my hair looks like hell because I can't blow dry it like that. But this is the one. I found it on Amazon. I reordered it immediately. And it's very lightweight. It gets hot. It has 3 settings. It does get hot. And it comes with the brushes. So if you're looking for something lightweight to dry your hair, and it has the little nozzle too that you can use. And I use that quite a bit. I don't use the brushes usually. But the nozzle I use all the time, and it gets my hair dry fast. I love it, and it's very lightweight, so I ordered it again. So I just wanted to share that. If you need a hair dryer, you might want to try that one. It is a Revlon, and you just put in brush hair dryer red, and it popped up on Amazon. So Needlework Market. I had a great time at Needlework Market. I was a fill-in. One of the girls that was supposed to go with this particular shop owner, she canceled. And so they asked me if I wanted to go. I said, sure, why not? Didn't know what to expect, had never gone before. And I was going as a buyer to help the shop owner pick up. The first thing we were going to do is pick up the pre-orders. We do that first. So Friday night when we got into town, we went immediately over to Nashville Needlework Market, and it was quite busy that first night. We were able to get all our pre-orders done, and so I had a great time there. I met lots of designers. I'm sorry I didn't get a lot of pictures. I didn't. If any pictures that I did get, I'll put up here. I wished I had taken pictures with people. I was just so excited to see people and stuff, and I didn't even think about it. But people that I have known, because they started Flosstube probably around the time that I did, or there wasn't a lot of Flosstubers, so we all communicated and stuff, and it was great. And so I met Misty Purcell from Luminous Fiber Arts. She was a Flosstuber before she was a designer, and I had never met her, although we had talked many, many times. You know, her face just lit up when she saw me, and I had a big smile on my face, and I gave her a big hug. And she is the sweetest, sweetest woman. She is just so wonderful. And we chatted for a little bit. I couldn't stay long because I was supposed to be picking up orders and stuff. So it was good to see her and meet her in person. It was great. I should have took a picture. Didn't take a picture. I ran into Steph of Pam and Steph. Just Keep Stitching. Gave her a hug. Talked to her for a few minutes. Didn't take a picture. I ran into Helen D. Oh my God, it was so great to see Helen D. She was like all beaming when she saw me, gave me a great big hug, and didn't take a picture. Talked with her for a little bit. Wish I had taken a picture. If I go next time, I'm going to try to be better at this kind of thing, okay? I just wasn't thinking. I was just enjoying everything around me, and it was hard to think about these things until later in the night. I'm like, oh, I didn't take any pictures. And of course, I didn't see them the next day. And there was someone else too. Said hi to Julie McConnell. Of course, I met all the designers and stuff as we were going through their shops and talked to them for a few minutes. They had the first night was just like a little bit of a madhouse. They really weren't doing any pictures with anyone or chatting too much because they had lines of people there trying to pick up orders. So it was a real thrill to meet Teresa Kogut and lots of the designers. So many, I can't think right now, but it was really busy. And I noticed that a lot of the shop owners were there that night picking up, because a lot of the shop owners did pre-orders. So they could pre-order and it was brought to the convention, and then the shop owners could pick it up that way. And I noticed a lot of shop owners were doing that. They had pre-orders and they did their whole shopping that night, and you never saw them again. They were gone. They got in their vehicles and they were gone. So when Saturday came and we were picking up for just her shop, and she was shopping around and stuff, the shop owner, and we were just kind of following her because we didn't know what she wanted for her shop. So we were just kind of hanging out with her, following her around, talking to people. And it was a lot quieter than before. So I was kind of surprised that it wasn't as busy. There wasn't lines like there were that night. So, but we enjoyed ourselves. We walked around, we talked to people, we talked to designers. Again, not really taking pictures with people because They still had, orders to fill. People were there trying to get their orders filled and stuff. So, and then Sunday is when they were doing the part where you could come in and take pictures with them and you could do personal shopping and stuff like that. I didn't do personal shopping then because we knew we had to leave first thing Sunday morning to get back home. I let my order in with the shop owner that I was with. I just placed my order in with hers, told her what I wanted, and we picked it up during the pre-orders. And and then I just paid her before we left. So we didn't go to the meet and greets for Sunday, which was disappointing. And I know if we go next year, if I'm able to go or I'm asked to go next year, I definitely want to stay Sunday morning and spend some time meeting and spending time talking to the designers and stuff, and maybe getting some video with them and questions, things, when it comes next year, I might ask you guys to um, send me questions for designers. What designers, if you had a chance to meet the designers, which designers would it be and what questions would you ask them? Is there anything you'd want to know from them? And when it comes up next year, if I'm asked, we'll do that. I'll let you guys know on the channel, and we will um, ask them. We'll do little interviews. We'll see if we can pull that off. One of the people that I almost forgot, one of the people I met, which was really sweet, was Chrissy, finally a farm girl. Chrissy and I have a mutual friend. Of course, I used to live in Florida. My cross stitch shop was in Ocala, and I spent a lot of time with, well, not a lot of time, but I spent time with Linda, Stitchy Linda. Everybody knows her by. And so we are friends. And of course, her and Chrissy are very close friends. Of course, we moved away, so I greatly miss being at that shop and spending time with Linda. Linda always took me under her wing. I was very um, an introvert when it came to going to the shop or going. We did weekend stitching events, and she would always grab me and tell me to come with her, and she would keep an eye on me so made sure I had a good time and um, that I didn't feel like I was there alone, which was awesome. She was just awesome to me. So when Chrissy saw me, she immediately, her face just lit up and she gave me a great big hug. And it was great to see her. She is going to be a featured designer at a retreat here in Kentucky. She is going to the Rocky Run Ranch retreat. She is the focus designer. I believe that is in September. Unfortunately, I will not be going. I just can't uh, put out that kind of money for the retreats because the retreats are between, normally you guys wouldn't know retreats are between $300 and $400. Then you got to pay for a room, and then you got to pay to eat. Then you want to buy things. It can be quite costly to go to a retreat, and I have to watch my P's and Q's with money because my husband, I am currently on disability. I receive SSI, and my husband wants to retire. So I can't keep spending money wildly because we know once he retires, then we will both be on Social Security, and we have some money put away. But money goes fast when you spend it. So I don't normally go to a retreat if it involves a designer because that just ups it. Like the one I went in Berea, it was $75, and then I had to pay for a room. And it was a no frills retreat, which was great because it only cost me a couple $100, and I had a great time. And but to put out the 325 or 350 that this one is, and then pay 100 a night for a room, so that's 500, and then you're feeding yourself, and then you're wanting to buy things when you're there because she'll be there. I'm sure there'll be a fabric designer there. I'm sure there'll be, a pop-up shop there, and it can be quite spendy. I can't put out $600-700 and for a weekend and it not be with my husband. If I want to put out $600-700, my husband needs to be involved. So anyway, I'm gonna miss seeing her at the retreat. I really am. My girlfriend Melissa's going. I'm gonna ask her to take a picture with her and Chrissy and send it to me. And maybe I'll even figure out a way for her to include me in the picture. Maybe I can do AI afterwards and add myself to the picture so that I can be in there too. Because I wish I was going, but I'm not. So that's how Nashville Needlework Market went. I bought some fabric. If you are a quilter, you will enjoy. If you're not a quilter, but you're still interested in fabric, I'm trying to move this board. I want to share with you what I got. So the first thing I learned reading message boards on Facebook groups is the easiest way to back your quilt without having to pay for yardage is either buy a blanket, like a fleece blanket, which you can get normally for $10 or $12 at the Walmart, back that, or use a sheet, a 100% cotton sheet. So when I heard that, I was like, that's brilliant. You know, to back my quilt would cost me 3 yards or more. So like $30, $40 for the backing alone for the quilt. I found a king size minty green sheet and I paid $7 at, it wasn't a Goodwill, it was somewhere else. It was a thrift store, but $7. And this is a king size. Now the one I'm doing is a full queen. So this will be plenty of fabric to back that. And I think the greenish kind of goes with what my quilt looked like. So I was excited to hear that and figure out that's how I could do it. And then before Melissa and I left Needlework Market and went home, we decided, because we were in Nashville, that we were going to go over to the Art Smart. Now, for those of you that don't know, and this is Stitchy related too, there are thrifting craft stores all around this country. All around this country. I have one in Lexington. It's a rather small one. I'm hoping that they do enough business that they'll expand. Nashville has a beautiful big one. It's outside of Nashville and Franklin, Kentucky, or Franklin, Tennessee. So of course I told Melissa about it. I said, we need to go. If we're in Nashville, I need to go to this shop, this thrift shop called Art Smart. I said, they have everything, any craft you ever do, including bolts of fabric. We need to go. So we did. We went and drove to Franklin and we went to the Art Smart. We arrived right when they were opening and we had a fabulous time. We didn't get a lot of stuff, but it was fun digging and looking at stuff to see. And they do carry cross stitch stuff. And they carry needlepoint and they carry yarn and needles and crochet hooks and everything, art supplies, fabric. The only thing I wished I'd asked them about was if they had any leather, because I didn't see any on the floor, and they have a big back room full of stuff. And it didn't occur to me to ask them if they had it, because as soon as we left the next day, they have a Facebook and they showed that they had large pieces of leather. And I'm like, oh, I wish I had asked them. I am looking for a nice supple leather that doesn't cost a fortune that I can make a purse out of. Because I used to have an Indian purse and I don't know what happened to it, but I know how it was put together and I know I could make one. But anyway, what I bought was fabric. I only found a couple, but I found this fabric here, and it is a Henry Glass, which is a well-known, it is I would imagine a vintage style design, and I absolutely loved it. And I found one, two, three of them, and they're all 1.5 yards on them. So plenty of fabric to do a quilt, and then I had to go and hunt for extra fabric. So I picked up that, and then I picked up this one. I picked up what was left off the bolt. I love doing fall as well, and I have some fall finishes I might want to finish with that, and other things. And I'll do part of a quilt because I have a falling leaf quilt that I want to do. But with this one, I took this over to Hobby Lobby, And I matched up some fabric for it, and I'm going to show you what I got for a quilt. And each one is a yard. So here's the fabric. I picked up this, which looks great with it. I picked up this yellow. This has some yellow. Where is it? So this is the burgundy that's in it. There is some yellow flowers in it. So I picked up this grunge, which matched the flowers exactly. I picked up this one, which has some of the flowers, but it's a smaller print. And then I picked up a cream for a background. So that's going to be a quilt. I don't know what design yet. I haven't decided, but I'm excited for it. And then I got this little dinky piece that was stuck in because they have these fat quarter bins, and I thought I could use that for a finish as well. It's very vintagey. So I thought that would be great. And then I ordered from a company called, what's it called? Green Fairy Quilts. If you've not heard about them, they have wonderful sales. So they did 50% off pre-cuts, and I picked up 2 layer cakes. And for the 2 of them cost me $50. So usually it costs $50 for one. The first one is called Sewing Seeds, which I thought was kind of cool. And this is the designs that are on the back of it. It's got lots of different colors. I like it. It's got seed packets. It's got some sewing fabric right here. Some words that involve sewing, and a lot of different colors. So I bought that one. And then I bought this one, which is XOXO by Moda. And again, just adorable, like a Valentine-y or love type design. And it has, let's see, can I flip it? It's got lots of blacks, it's got whites, and it's got all different fabrics in it. And this one, I kind of am thinking of doing, there's a quilt coming up at the, I want to say it's not March, might be April. They're doing, belong to the Wayne County Extension Office. We have a Pulaski County Extension Office, and then the county below us, which is Wayne County. My friend Kim lives down there, and she invited me to join her sewing group down there. So I did, and I enjoy it. And I haven't been there for a few months, but they have a quilt that's coming up. That's a lap quilt that I would like to do, and I think I'm going to use this fabric. So I hope Kim will be joining me at the stitch along, the sew along, as we do that quilt. There's 2 things I wanted to do. One was the quilt, and the other one was something else that I was, rag quilt construction. So and that comes up, I think, at the end of this month, maybe. I'll have to look. But I definitely want to do that as well. I've been wanting to do a rag quilt. I've watched the videos, but live instruction always helps. So I want to do those things. So that's all that I have today. I'm going to continue stitching on my monthly goals. I might throw something in there. We'll see. I have so many different patterns I want to do. Oh my God. I'm currently at 10 new finishes. No, 10 new starts this year and 8 finishes. So I need to reverse it a little and get more finishes than I have starts. So, but I'll take it. It's better than nothing. I've got 8 finishes done so far this year. I have worked on, I believe, 19 different projects this year. So if I take off the 10, that means I've worked on 9 of my current whips. Is that right? I don't know if that's right. I don't know. But I am making progress on things. So that's important. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else to talk about. We got Easter coming up April 5th. It is early this year. So we're going to have to visit that in a couple weeks. And that's about it. I did get two new patterns off that were PDFs. That's what I want to talk about. Sweet Wing Studio. So I ordered up. When I was there, she has a series, a monthly bird and flower series that is absolutely adorable, adorable. And I really wanted to get them, but I kept telling myself, and I told Melissa, I said, I cannot buy the whole series. I can't, because I have so many things in my cabinet I haven't stitched. I said, maybe I'll buy one, and if I get it done, then I can buy another one and do it that way. But I didn't buy at Needlework Market. I came home and I ordered the PDF because I knew that's how I want to stitch this PDF. So it was easier just to order the PDF. I mean, I could scan it in, but so I ordered this one here, and I really love it. It was the February one, but it doesn't say February. That's what I love about her designs. Her designs do not say a month on them or anything, and they just scream seasonally instead of specific holidays. So I love that it's the birds and it could be a love one. It could be a Valentine's. It can be just for love. So, my anniversary comes out, we put that up. If Valentine comes out, put that up. If I'm feeling that mood of in the love, I can put that up. So I want to do that one, and then I will pick another one to do. But the one that's coming up in May, and I don't know if it has been shown or yet or not, it is a patriotic one. So I'm going to post a picture here. I did take a picture of it when I was there, and it's just absolutely adorable. I love it with the peacocks, and the design as whole is just beautiful. If you've not looked up Sweet Wing Studios monthly series, you need to look them up because each one of them is just adorable, and I really want to stitch each and every one of them. Will I don't know, but I'm not buying them until I know I'm going to stitch them. This bird one is going to be a start, but it's going to be an April start, the one that I showed previously, the Valentine pink one. So really, really adorable. So I got that, and then I got a Christian chart, and I'll post that here. So I love that one. I really need to get that done. So that is all I have. I think that's more than enough. I got an hour and 20 minutes. That's talking too much. Of course, that is my winter sampler by Crochet Go Go, in case someone's wanting to know what that is. It's still hanging there unframed. I finished Map of Cochrane Hollow. I took out the old sun. I put in what I was going to put in. I'm not sharing it until I get it back in the frame. So by the end of the month, I will have it back in the frame, and I'll share with you what the new design looks like. So I'm excited about that. So I will get that done. I think that's it. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. So all of us Irish, I am a Callahan. So I want to say happy St. Patty's Day to all my Irish friends. Even if you're not Irish, on St. Patty's Day, everyone's Irish. Wear some green, drink some green beer. I know in downtown, they probably have the fountain turn green for St. Patty's Day. If they do, I'll shoot down there and take a picture of it for you so you can see it. Sometimes they change it different colors for every holiday, which is kind of cool. And I will see you in 2 weeks at the end of the month, and we'll see if I fulfilled all my goals, and then we'll discuss what my goals for April are. And other than that, everything's great. And I will see you guys soon. Take care. I know I'm forgetting something and it's bugging me. Please like and subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, it says almost 40% of the people that watch my channel are not subscribers. Why? It's free. It's free. It helps me as a channel grow. I'm at 5,933 subscribers. Next month is my 9-year anniversary. I would so love to get up to 6,000 and roll that 6,000. If you're not subscribing, please consider subscribing. Like I said, it costs nothing and it helps me. Like and subscribe. and hit the hype button. If you see it down below, it'll be in that line where the save and all the other things are. You'll see it. If you see it, please hit it. That greatly helps my channel get out there to everybody. And I'm definitely going to start doing how-to videos. I need to get myself, I feel so much more upbeat and stuff. I feel like I can do these things now. So I am on a new medication that's helping me a great deal. So I'm going to do some how-tos, but I have tons of how-to videos. Make sure that you are checking out my how-to videos. I'm hoping I can post something up here to show you what to look for. I'll post a link down below to all my how-to videos. There is my tips and tricks 1 and 2. There will be a 3. I will get that done. There's a fabric dyeing. There is a, oh my God, my hand's go blank. There's a stocking tutorial if you're working on stockings. One viewer who is a subscriber told me she has done 5 Christmas stockings and she's used my tutorial for each and every one of them. She wanted to tell me how much she loved my tutorial and how easy it was. And she's done her 5 stockings. I have a tutorial on how to finish something on a tag, how to make it. There are lots of other ones there. I can't think right now off the top of my head, but there are quite a few there, but I'll be adding to those. So, because I enjoy sharing my love of cross stitch with all of you. I love sharing what I know. Isn't that the fun part? Not everyone's going to agree with everything that I post or everything that I say, might not agree with my tips and tricks sometimes, but they work for me. So things that I share, these are the things that work for me. It may not be the way you do things. It may not be the way you want to do things, but I love to share because I try to make things as easy as possible to do. I don't want to make it difficult. It's supposed to be fun. So anyway, I'll see you guys later. Bye.